All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening once again. Since there is no time on our side, we're going to be doing this fast. And if you are new to Legacy Lab, once again, Legacy Lab is actually a digital platform that organizes an event technically to um, share knowledge and share much more updates on the current niches in tech, entrepreneurship, and let's just say digital space totally. All right, so my name is Omoumi, and I'm your host to the most. You know how we do it now. If you are new to the event, whenever I'm introducing someone, we send in our emojis. Yes, that's how it's done. I can see the emojis popping in already. All right, so I'm your host to the most, Omoumi, and I'm so glad to have you guys here once again. And tonight, I'm sorry, we'll not be doing recap this evening. We'll move straight to the main deal of this evening. If you want to get a recap of what happened last month, just go on YouTube and search Legacy Lab NG. You're going to get everything of last month series. All right, moving on. Today we have, you know how we do it. Once I'm introducing someone, you have to send me emojis. All right, tonight we have Mrs. I don't know if it's Mrs. or Miss, but I'll just go with the name. Dorcas Folasade.
Or
Sorry,
is it
you can Miss.
Miss? Yes, thank
All
you.
right, Miss Dorcas Folasade Oyebode. She's a chief data analytics officer at Eybrids, and she will be our host for the March edition of the Digital Edge series with the theme Blockchain Data Analytics for Beginners, majorly focusing on the essential career guide for this niche. And I want us to welcome on board Ms. Dorcas Folasade Oyebode. You're highly welcome. You can take over the mic from here, ma.
Oh, thank you, Legacy Lab, for inviting me. I appreciate being here today. So I don't really want to waste. I'm Folashade, like she said. I won't really go into the introduction. Just to go straight to what we have for today. Thank you. Share my screen now. Can we see my screen, please? Okay. So today we'll be discussing how to successfully enter the blockchain data analytics field without prior experience. We'll kickstart this presentation with an understanding of blockchain technology and its core principles. Next, we'll cover the foundations of data analytics and how these concepts apply to blockchain. We'll then discuss how to build relevant skills, gain practical experience, and navigate job opportunities in this field. Okay, the first thing we want to check here is understanding the blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is transforming industries by providing secure, decentralized system for data management. And it's crucial to understand how this technology works and the key component that applies to it. The next slide will see the basis of blockchain technology. Okay, blockchain technology is a decentralized, transparent, and secure way of recording and storing data. It eliminates the need for intermediaries, making transactions faster and more secure compared to the traditional system. I'd like to break this down into three fundamentals. The first one is a distributed ledger, and is a type of database that is shared and synchronized across multiple locations, institutes, and geographics. It's a distributed ledger. A distributed ledger exists on network of computers. It's actually called nodes. So going forward in this presentation, I won't use computer. I said I'll use the nodes, making it more resilient and secure. Blockchain uses DLT for decentralization. instead of a single entity controlling the database. Multiple participants can use the nodes to maintain copies of the same copy. If one computer or node fades, the ledger remains intact because copies exist on all other nodes. It changes the ledger, changes to the ledgers are updated simultaneously across all nodes because it gives a real-time update. Yeah. The second fundamental to look at here is the transparency and security. And one of the biggest advantage of blockchain is that it ensures trust through transparency and security. All of this is possible because every transaction is recorded on the blockchain and is visible to all participants in the network. Transactions are permanent and cannot be altered, and it creates a trustworthy and verifiable record. Public transactions like the Bitcoin and Ethereum allow anyone to view transaction details. The third fundamentals here is applications of blockchain. Blockchain technology is used in various industries beyond cryptocurrencies. In the finance industry, for instance, blockchain eliminates the need for bank and enabling direct transactions between users. In the supply chain management, blockchain improves transparency and efficiency in tracking goods across the supply chain. Healthcare system industry, the healthcare industry, like blockchain ensures patient records remain tamper-proof and accessible only to authorized personnel. In the next slide, we'll see how the blockchain works. Okay, blockchain operates like a digital chain of records where each record or the blocks is securely linked to the previous one, and it creates a transparent and tamper-proof system. I like to break it down into three. The first one here is the data blocks. Data block is when you think of blockchain as a digital notebook where every page or records has important information. And each block stores transactional data, such as to whom the information was sent, who sent the information, and many more details like that. The blocks are linked together in a sequence and it forms a chain. An example of this will be, let's imagine writing financial transaction in a diary where each page refers to the previous one. If someone tries to pass through the entry, change the past entry you've written in the diary, it won't match the newer pages, and this is how blockchain prevents fraud. The second component to look at here is the timestamping. This keeps transaction in order, and each block has a timestamp recording the exact dates and time it was created, and helps to prevent manipulation of past records because transaction must follow a chronological order. Another example of this is if you buy something online using Bitcoin, the blockchain records when you made a payment. So no one can claim, oh, it happened at a different time. No, blockchain doesn't do that. For the last point here, every block contains a unique digital fingerprint that links to the previous block. If someone tries to alter a transaction, the entire chain breaks, making fraud impossible. So the next slide, we'll see the key concepts of blockchains. Okay, to really understand how blockchain works, there are three core ideas you need to know: decentralization, cryptography, and consensus mechanisms. These are the building blocks that make blockchain secure, trustworthy, and powerful. So let's look at the first one. In a traditional system, like banks or companies, one central authority controls everything, right? In blockchain, there are no central authority. Instead, many computers like nodes work together to keep the system running. And this is so important because no one can control or shut down the blockchain. It's more transparent because everyone can see what is happening. The second foundation here is the cryptography, and it's a way of protecting information using codes so only the right people can read it. Blockchain uses advanced encryption to like secure transaction, protect wallet addresses, prevent tampering with data. An example of this will be when you send cryptocurrency, your wallet uses a private key to sign the transaction, and the network uses a public, and the network uses a public key to verify it. The third foundation of this will be, the third concept, is a consensus mechanism that allows all computers in the network agree on which transactions are valid. It also ensures that only legitimate transactions are added to the blockchain. There are three common types of these mechanisms, and there are two, sorry. They have the proof of work and the proof of stakes. Proof of work uses Bitcoin, and it helps miners to solve puzzles and solve puzzles to confirm transactions. Proof of stake uses Ethereum like validators, stake coins to help verify transactions. All of this is important to prevent duplicate transactions. So moving straight down to the foundations of data analytics in the next slide. It is very essential to grasp foundational concepts to apply them effectively within the blockchain. Let's check out what we have in this slide. Introduction to data analytics. Data analytics helps us understand data and makes better decisions. It answers questions like what happened, what might happen, and what should we do next. So data analytics encompasses various methodologies for analyzing data, including descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. We all know these things, but I'll still try and explain more. A descriptive analytics helps us understand the past, like look past data to summarize its trends and patterns. And it matters because it helps business to understand what happened and identify key insights. A company can use this descriptive analytics to check their last year's sales, data to see which products sold the most. And the same thing applies to a blockchain analyst. A blockchain analyst can use the past current cryptocurrency transactions to find any trading patterns. Predictive analytics helps to predict the future. What it does is that it uses historical data and machine learning to forecast what might happen, and it helps to organization to prepare for future trends. A crypto investor uses predictive model to estimate Bitcoin prices. Okay, for prescriptive analytics, it helps in making smart decisions. So what this does is it suggests the best course of action based on the data insights, and this matters as well because it helps businesses to optimize decisions and improve their outcome. A blockchain security system can recommend steps to prevent cyber attacks based on risk analysis. So now that we have the introduction, we'll check out why data analytics is important to blockchain. Blockchain generates huge amounts of data every day, and data analytics helps make sense of it. This is very important because the first thing it does is uncover trends. Why uncovering trends? It helps to prevent finding useful patterns, sorry, and identifying trends in blockchain data to help businesses make smart decisions, help companies prevent how people are using blockchain and how and which trends is growing. A crypto exchange, notices that trading activity increases on weekend and adjusts its marketing strategy. It's a crypto exchanger can use this to use the occurring trend in data analytics. The second point here is transaction monitoring, keeping an eye on activity. It helps to track, data analytics helps to track blockchain transactions in real time to spot unusual behavior. And it also helps in preventing fraud, ensuring that all transactions are valid and secure. Enhancing the security, protecting the network, that is protecting the network. It helps to find security risk before hackers can exploit them, and also strengthen the blockchain network against fraud and cyber attacks. A data analyst can use blockchain to detect unusual activity on the blockchain network and stopping attacking attempts. The fourth point here is the data-driven decisions. It also helps us make smarter decisions by using data insights to help businesses improve efficiency and strategy, and also avoid guesswork and help companies plan for the future. A good example of this is a blockchain startup studies market trends to invest in the right technology. So now we'll move straight down to building relevant skills. To thrive in this field, in blockchain data analytics, you need to develop specific skills that are relevant to both blockchain technology and data analytics. To work in data analytics, especially in the areas like blockchain, you need to be very comfortable using certain tools. These tools help you to organize, analyze, and understand large amounts of data so that you can make smart decisions. Imagine you're trying to find patterns in thousands of blockchain transactions without tools. It will take you forever to achieve anything, So the first tools you need here is Excel. Excel is one of the most user-friendly tools for managing data. It helps with organizing large data sets, creating charts and graphs, using formula to analyze numbers. Many people use Excel as their first tool for data analytics. A blockchain data analyst uses Excel to create charts a blockchain analyst uses Excel to create charts showing how Bitcoin changed over the last 12 months. The second tool you need for this role is the SQL. It's called SQL for short, but it's called Structured Query Language, and it's used to talk to database. It helps you to search for specific data, update information, organize large amounts of data, of blockchain data. SQL is very useful when working with relational database, like tables of connected information. You can also use SQL to find out how many Ethereum transactions happen on a specific date. The third tool you need here is the programming with Python and R. These are powerful programming language made for data analytics and statistics. It helps you to clean messy data, build graphs and dashboards, creating machine learning models. Python is widely used because it is simple. Well, to people who knows how to code, it is simple, but you need to learn. And has many libraries for blockchain and data work. R is great for detailed statistical analytics, especially in academic and research settings. So the next thing here we see is familiarizing ourselves with blockchain data visualization tools. When you're working with large or complex data, it is not enough to just analyze. You need to communicate your findings clearly. That's where visualization comes in. Visuals like charts, graphs, and dashboards turn complex numbers into clear stories. It is much easier to train to see trends when you're looking at graphs than reading a spreadsheet full of numbers that you don't understand, Helps and then one of the tools you need here is sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. One of the tools you need is Tableau. Tableau is a popular data visualization tool used to build interactive dashboards. It allows you to drag and drop data to create charts and graphs, combine multiple charts into a dashboard, and you share the dashboard online or with teams. Tableau is known for being a user-friendly platform, visual appealing, and capable of handling big data from sources like SQL, Excel, and the rest. You can use Tableau to create a live dashboard that tracks real-time cryptocurrency prices and trading volumes. The second tool you need here is the Power BI. Power BI is a Microsoft data visualization tool. It is especially helpful if you are already using Excel or other Microsoft tools. It connects to different data sources like the same thing, Excel, SQL, cloud apps, and the rest. It creates professional dashboards and reports. It also helps to offer interactive visuals and AI-powered insights. Power BI is ideal for team working in a corporate environment, and it's often used with Microsoft Office tools for better integration. A blockchain analyst can use Power BI to visualize blockchain transaction speeds and create a monthly report for the manager. The next thing we see is understanding blockchain specific analytics tools. In blockchain, data is constantly being generated from transactions, smart contracts, mining, and more. To analyze all these data, we need specific tools built specifically for blockchain network. And these tools help us to understand what's happening on the blockchain, track individual transactions, and monitor health and performance of these tools. The first tool here is the blockchain analytics tools. These are software tools designed to analyze blockchain data. It helps users to track cryptocurrency transactions, monitor the wallet activity, spot unusual behavior like a large transaction happening or fraud, and it studies how the network is performing over time. Unlike the traditional databases, blockchain data is open to but very technical. These tools helps us to make it easier for users to see, search, and interpret the data. The next tool you need here is the Block Explorer. This is the most common tool, actually. Block Explorers are websites or platforms that let you look into a blockchain and see what's going on. With Block Explorer, you can set for a specific transaction, check the wallet address or block number. You can also view transaction detail like the sender, the receiver, the amount, fees, and time. Some of the examples of Block Explorers are Interscan for the Ethereum, blockchains.com Explorer for Bitcoin, and so many more. We have more, but to name a few. Performance insight. Some blockchain tools can go beyond tracking transactions. They offer performance dashboards to help you see how well the blockchain is running. These tools help insights like transaction speed, the network congestion, average transaction fee, and uptime and block confirmation times. If your blockchain network becomes too slow or expensive, developers and users can take actions. And all of these tools also analyze blockchain activities such as the wallet movement, the token tools, and network health for investors and analysts. So the next thing we'll be seeing is gaining practical experience. Hands-on experience is very crucial in transitioning to a new field. Engaging in relevant projects which will provide you practical skills and real-world applications of learning. Okay. In this slide, we'll see how you can check courses online and certifications that you need. One of the best ways to break into blockchain data analytics, especially without prior experience, is to take online courses and earn certifications. This helps you learn faster, build confidence, and improve your skills to employers. The first thing you need to do is enhancing your knowledge. Learn what you need to know. Don't just know everything like, oh, this is raining here today. You want to know what is going on. No, just stay on one track. Online courses let you learn at your own pace. It helps you learn at your own pace from beginner to advanced levels. You can build a strong foundation in areas like blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, data analytics and visualization, and learn tools like the Python, SQL, Tableau, and Power BI. Places where you can get all of these online courses. YouTube is there, it's free, and Udemy, Coursera, and the rest, The second thing you need to know is career competitiveness. You need to stand out to employers. Certification shows that you are serious about your career growth, and it also helps your skills, especially if you are switching careers or you don't have any formal work experience. Many employers look for recognized credentials from trusted platforms. And examples of the popular ones are the IBM data science professional certification, the Google Data Analytics certificate, Tableau Desktop Analytics. To name a few, you can always check them online. Okay. The third point here is the diverse learning option. Learn what interests you. Don't just go for, oh, this is raining at this time, you're going to learn it. No. If you have much interest in it, you will be able to put your time and dedication into it. And like I said, there are platforms where you can choose all of these things from: Coursera, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning, and Skillshare. You can find courses tailored to this particular course that you need and tailor it to your budget. You don't need to go extra mile or do extra out of your budget. There are some that are free. Okay, some courses focus on real-world projects which you can use in your portfolio later. A tip to all of these things is choose courses with hands-on projects or case studies so that you will not just be learning the theory, but also practicing what you are learning along line. So engaging with the next slide, we'll see engaging in blockchain projects and hackathons. Once you've learned the basis of blockchain and data analytics, the next step is to apply your skills. One of the best ways to do this is by working on real projects and joining hackathons. It doesn't really have to be hackathons. Like when you go online, you meet people who are also trying to mingle with people to learn all of these things. So the first thing is skill application. Practice what you know. Like I said, doing blockchain projects helps you to move from theory to practice. You get to use the tools like Python, SQL, Tableau, and the rest, or even smart contract language like Solidity. Working on projects helps you understand how blockchain works in real world. The second one is a collaborative effort. Learning by working with others. When you work with others, when you interact with others, you learn from them. You also have an idea of, oh, this is what you don't know before. Then that's when the hackathon comes in, and they are usually done within 24 to 72 hours. You get to work with others, you get to learn from teammates and mentors and build something innovative in a short amount of time. Examples of the hackathons are a global series of Ethereum focused on like ETH Globals, it's called ETH Global, chain link hackathons, and Hack the Block for students and early career professionals. You can check those out. The third point here, repeat the portfolio building, showing what you can do. Every project you join becomes part of your professional portfolio. You can upload your work to GitHub, LinkedIn, or personal websites. Recruiters love to see real example of skills. So not just you gathering the certificate, they really need to see, oh, this is what you know, this is what you can do. And things you can include in your portfolios are a short description of your project, the tools and language you used, screenshots or links to your code or dashboards, what challenges you solved, and the rest, you know. So now we see how we can network with professionals in this field. In a fast-growing industries like blockchain and data analytics, what you know is very important, but who you know can open doors even faster. And I'm so sure everybody knows this, know how this works well. So networking is a powerful tool that helps you connect, grow, and get ahead in your career. A good one, oh, not a bad one, please. Importance of networking, growing your career faster. And networking means building relationship with people in your field, either online or in person. It helps you to like learn about the industry trends, hear about tools and technologies, get support and motivation from others. That's very, very important, actually. The second point here, it will be the access to job opportunities. Many jobs, especially in tech, are filled through referrals or words of mouth or job boards. By networking, you might hear about a job before it's posted, get recommended by someone in the building, in the company, join collaborative projects or startups. So gaining insight from experienced professionals makes you like learn from the best. Talking to an experienced professional gives you a reward advice by breaking into the industry, tips on skills you need, and the job interviews, how it's been done. And they will give you things like that. Mentorships who will guide you in this your career journey is also very important. And how to start networking, you can join the communities on LinkedIn, Twitter. Twitter has crypto Twitter, Discord, Reddit, or Telegram. You can do the networks there. Attend blockchain meetups, tech webinars, and virtual conferences. Ask people about their career paths and recommendation for learning. Let's see how we can navigate job opportunities. So as you prepare to enter the job market, it is very essential to understand how to present yourself effectively and identify suitable jobs in blockchain data analytics. A well-crafted resume and portfolio can highlight your skills. Projects and certifications are very crucial for attracting potential employees. So everyone knows how a resume is and how it works in the country you are. Okay. In the country you are. And so in your resume, you need to like showcase the project you've done. Like I said earlier, list the projects. If it's a link that will direct them to what you've done, just put it there. Your certifications, list them out. It's not too much. Like it doesn't really have to be the whole word, but at least you can list out the important ones that you feel is significant to the role you're applying for. So yeah. Identifying entry positions and internships. Look for entry positions and internships that allow you to gain experience in blockchain and data analytics. Many companies are open to hiring passionate individuals that are eager to learn. And anybody, and honestly, I need to say this: you don't really have to start from the big companies. Start from their startups that need people to help them out, and you don't really need to go to like, how will I say it, to the big companies. Check the small ones, the one that fits what you what you're doing or what you just learn, check them out, check the rules, go for it, and yeah, it's there. Preparing for interviews in blockchain and data analytics. Prepare by it's the same thing for every role you're applying. Practicing common questions and understanding the specific requirements of blockchain data analytics role. Being informed and confident can make a significant difference. When you have an interview, you can like call a family member, a friend to practice some questions, ask people around if you have anyone who has done that role before, or what are the likely questions you were asked and all of that. Understand the job requirement, familiarize yourself with the specific skills and knowledge needed for the blockchain data analytics role, and tailor your response to the questions you are being asked. So I think we've come to the end of this presentation actually. Breaking into the blockchain data. In conclusion, I'll say breaking into the blockchain data analytics field might seem challenging at first, especially without prior experience, but with right help, it becomes very achievable. Here are what you need to know from this presentation. Learn the basics, build practical skills, apply what you learn, earn certifications, and network with professionals. I will leave you with these final thoughts. You don't need to have it all figured out at once. Just start with one step and keep moving. Stay curious, keep learning, and be consistent. The blockchain world is growing, and there's plenty of room for motivated people like you. Thank you.
All right.
I'll
Thank
stop.
you very much, Ma. Thank you very much. All right. Before we move on, do we have questions? We still have someone else coming on board. Do we have questions? If you have questions, signify, please. Oh, okay. Since there is no question, I believe everybody understood what our speaker has shared with us tonight. Madam Esther, are you with us?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
All right, you can come on board now.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So I I wanted to buttress a couple of things and also make it as interactive as possible. I believe, is there anybody here that wasn't in Nigeria during the NSAS period? And this is us trying to make the blockchain data analytics field as practical as possible. If you were not in Nigeria during NSAS or you were not born, I don't think there's anybody like that, but you didn't know about NSAS. Is there anybody like that here? And you can also make use of the chat section. So I want to believe that everybody was a part of NSAS. Now, if we remember during that NSAS movement, when Nigerians started donating money for a whole lot of things, could we remember how money was donated during that period? We could also make this as interactive as possible. If you remember, you can unmute, you can or type in the comment section. How exactly did Nigerians raise money during that period? Is there anybody that wants to talk?
Yeah, I think some of the money were raised through cryptocurrency, right? People were
Exactly.
sending funds through crypto just to
Yeah,
cover their identity or something.
exactly. Did any of us also hear about Binance, the issue they had in Nigeria with Nigerian government?
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody also know about that? Do we actually know that NSAS was actually one major thing that sparked this thing off? Now, Nigerians exposed to the Nigerian government that we could actually be transparent. And that was done without government, in quote. Now, because of what happened, yes, blockchain data analytics has been in the space for a very long time. But one thing that actually scares people that are looking at venturing into this field is the mass amount of data that you deal with in this particular industry. Now, I can be working in the finance sector and I get, oh, my debit transactions, my credit, or the date the transaction was made, how much was paid, who made the payment, the narration. I get that. But in the BTC space, what we usually get is structured and unstructured data. Now, yes, all those transactions are transparent, everybody can see, everybody can verify. But there are levels to these things. Now, Fola mentioned something, she talked about nodes, and she talked about smart contracts, she talked about decentralized ledgers. Now, if you're coming into the BTC space, you need to actually have an understanding of all these basics. Now, the fact that you're already a data analyst goes a long way in helping you build a career in this field. Now, being a data analyst, you do quite a number of data visualizations. Most industries will say they want to use Power BI, they want to use Tableau. Know what data visualization software works for you and learn. So the goal is to ensure that you are competitive, whatever industry you find yourself in. Learn all these tools. Now, another for data analysis tools that we basically use: SQL, R, Python, and Microsoft Excel. The truth is, not every organization has the plan. Forget that, yes, so BTC looks like Owo Pombe. It might not always be the case. Some organizations are still restricted to Microsoft Excel. If you don't know how to use Excel, go and sharpen up your Microsoft Excel skills so that you know data cleaning. Because like I mentioned, you would do you are dealing with both structured and unstructured data. Now, the basis of data analysis most times is data cleaning. How are you able to do your data cleanup? In that particular situation, that's where your expertise comes in blockchain data analysis. How you clean up, you do your data cleanup. Now, when you're done with your data cleanup, it forms the basis for whatever analysis that you're going to do. Then you also need to understand what kind of data is being generated, because you cannot analyze something you don't know. That's where your domain knowledge comes in. So if you are going into this space, go and learn the foundational bits. Oh, decentralized ledger, understand what they're talking about when they're talking about nodes, when they're talking about blocks, when they're talking about smart contracts, when they're talking about metadata. Because when you see some of all this data, you'd see some of them, it's domain specific names. Oh, they are dealing with transactions, they are dealing with wallet addresses, they are dealing with exchange prices, or the settlements, the regulatory updates, the Oracle data, especially if you're dealing with off-chain. Now, or token transfers. If you don't understand all these things, what do you want to analyze? Oh, in an organization, we want to see the smart contracts, different things that have happened, or the token transfers that happen for a particular period, from a particular period, during a particular timeline, blah, blah, blah. How exactly do you want to relate with that? So that domain knowledge is helpful. And one top-notch thing that is usually helpful to a whole lot of people is that when you hear the name blockchain data analytics, in their head is like, hey, bagang is a lot of work. I'm sorry, it's actually not a lot of work. As long as you're a data analyst and you know the basis of data cleanup, it's just giving you that expertise in the blockchain industry, in the blockchain sector. And just the tip of the iceberg, Mr. Trump, even though he's presently trumping a whole lot of things in the United States, the United States is open at the moment to cryptocurrency, like anything blockchain and all that. Now, in this particular situation, what do you do? As long as the United States is open to it, how do you help yourself? Nigeria might not be open to it, but we don't know what can happen in the next number of years. Yes, we know that Mr. Tinubu might actually come in again. Whether or not he comes in, we don't know. If maybe we'll get a Gen Z president, we don't know the year that will happen. But if we definitely even get to the point, not everybody will remain in Nigeria. If you have an opportunity to travel out to a developing country and you get a job, and let me just give you a tip of the iceberg, all those BTC companies, they pay very, very well. Like, the salary is salarying. So that is also something to be considered. You don't need to go and learn Web3, except if you now want to go into full-blown blockchain development. If that is your career focus, good. But if not, understand the basics so that you can have conversations on that. Then people would understand, oh, if this person even deals with our data, then the person will know how to analyze it. So that's basically what I wanted to add. Thank you so much everyone for the opportunity, and we're super grateful. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much to our amazing speaker, Miss Fola. Thank you very much, Madam Esther. Thank you too. Really appreciate. To our wonderful listeners, I say thank you very much to you all. And I need you guys, like I always say, I need you guys to practicalize whatever you hear. You don't just listen. Don't just listen to events or any of this series. Practical. Do practical. Take it. Take actions on everything you have learned here today. So our wonderful partners, Outnovately Africa, Google Developers Student Club, Mr. Mosojua, and every other partners, we say thank you very much. And to the brand that organizes this, Legacy Lab, we say a very, very big thank you. And tonight we'll be calling the series for tonight to an end. If you want to have a recap of everything that was said tonight, just go to our YouTube channel at Legacy Lab NG, and also follow us on our social media platforms, on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Kindly follow us to get more updates, because other updates are always shared on our social media platform. Thank you very much once again. Have a wonderful night rest. See you all next month, last Thursday. Bye.